Have you ever felt completely stuck? Just frustrated like you're at war with yourself? Well, if that's you, then you're in the right place. We're going to break down how to get out of that internal battle and into a place of real strength so you can finally reclaim the future that is waiting for you. So does this question hit home for you? That feeling of a constant internal battle where you're always blaming yourself, feeling like you just can't get anything right? Man, it is an exhausting place to be. But what if? What if you could change the terms of that war? Let's dive into how. Okay, so first things first, we have to acknowledge where you are right now. And listen, there is absolutely no shame in feeling lost or overwhelmed. In fact, admitting it, that's the very first, most crucial step to finding your way out. And these feelings are way more common than you think. You might feel so angry because your efforts just aren't paying off. Or maybe you feel completely isolated even when you're surrounded by people. You try to be happy, you really do, but it doesn't seem to stick. These feelings are real, they are totally valid, and I promise you, you are not alone in this. And that right there brings us to the big question. Acknowledging the pain is step one, for sure, but it's not the destination. The real question is, when do you decide to stop letting these feelings run the show? When do you decide you're going to take the wheel back? So, taking the wheel back, it all starts with your perspective. Honestly, this is where the magic happens. When you reframe your struggle, the way you see your challenges, it completely changes the power they have over you. You really have to let this one sink in. It's such a fundamental truth. Those bad days you're in right now, they are not permanent. Just like good times come and go, so do the difficult ones. Holding on to this idea can be like an anchor in a storm, just a little reminder that this too shall pass. And this gets us right to the core of the whole reframe. What if these struggles aren't punishments? What if they're actually preparations? Every single challenge you overcome forges resilience. It teaches you lessons, and it builds the emotional strength you're going to need for whatever's next. Your hard days, they're your training ground. So let's talk about that word that we all dread, fail. We're taught to see it as a total dead end, right? But what if we saw it like this instead, as a first attempt in learning? All of a sudden, it's not a final outcome, it's a starting point. It's the beginning of your experience, not the end of your effort. And what about when a dream feels like it's over, like you've really hit the end? Well, let's reframe that one too. Effort never dies. Every single bit of work you put in, every attempt you made, it doesn't just disappear into thin air. It becomes experience, it becomes wisdom, and it becomes the foundation for your very next move. Nothing is ever truly wasted. Okay, so shifting your mindset is huge, but now what? Let's turn that new perspective into some real-world progress. This is your action plan. These are the practical steps you can take to move forward, starting this very second. When you're in a really tough spot, the future can feel completely hidden. It's like you're driving on a road just blanketed in this super thick fog. You can't see the destination, you can barely see what's 10 feet in front of you. And yeah, that feeling can be totally paralyzing. But think about that foggy road for a second. What do? You slow down, right? You focus on that little patch of road you can see, and you just move forward. And as you move, the next 10 feet of road become clearer. Action creates clarity. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to see the next step. So here it is. Your action plan is really this simple. Number 1, start now. Not tomorrow, not when things are perfect. Just start, even if it's from zero. Second, learn from your past. Yeah, even the failures, and use it as your guide. And third, just trust the process. Take one small step and then another. That's how every great journey is completed. All right, to really make those steps count, we need to talk about a pretty powerful strategy. The power of silence. This is all about tuning out the external noise, the doubts from other people, the criticism, heck, even the praise, and focusing entirely on your own work. This whole strategy is about a kind of radical focus. It's about staying calm. It's about recognizing that when some people start to distance themselves from you, it often means you're changing and growing, and that's a good thing. You need to channel all that energy you spend trying to please everyone and pour it back into yourself and your goals. Let your actions do all the talking. And here's the kicker. This is why that focus is so critical. Public opinion, It changes like the wind. The same people who call you crazy today for chasing a dream will literally be the first ones to ask you how you did it tomorrow. So don't work for their approval. Work for your results. So, after the struggle and the reframing and all that focused work, we finally arrive at the most important truth of all. It is time for you to realize your own strength, because tomorrow really is yours. We so often look outside of ourselves for a savior, right? For someone to come and pull us out of the darkness. But the truth is, you are your own rescue. The pain you felt, that's given you strength. The dreams you hold, that's your direction. And the courage you find in your absolute toughest moments, that's your fuel. It's all already in there. I want you to just think about the power in this metaphor. Your problems, your struggles, they're like the sun. They can be intense, hot, absolutely relentless. But you are the ocean. You are vast and deep and so resilient. You are fundamentally bigger than your problems. So as you move forward from here, keep your focus where it truly belongs. You can't always control the outcome, the win or the loss, but you can always control your effort. Make that your mission. Just pour your heart into the work with integrity and with honesty. The results, they'll just follow as a natural consequence of that dedication. Ultimately, this is what it all comes down to. Life doesn't just happen to you. You are an active player in it, and you get to decide the stakes. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Knowing your strength, knowing your resilience, how big are you willing to play?